Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where I'm practicing this morning. Peace out. Lots of opportunities to practice piecing out, right? Anyway, I hope you're having a good morning. I hope you had a good week. And we're going to talk about one more place where God used something totally natural to blow everybody's mind and do something supernatural, right? So we're going to talk about David this morning and when he killed Goliath. He comes running there. Goliath has been coming out every day and taunting. We're talking about, I think, 1 Samuel 22. Goliath has been coming out every day taunting the Israeli army, and they are all scared and they're all running away every time he comes out, running away. Why didn't they just all gang up on him? They didn't have to listen to his terms, you know? But anyway, so David is like, he hears Goliath mocking God, and he's like, we don't have to take that. I'm going to fight you in the name of the Lord. So he starts asking. He's like, what do you get when you beat this dude? There was nothing else in his mind other than taking down Goliath. And he went and got 5 stones. Now, he had a lot of stuff to fight. Saul tried to give him his armor. His brother tried to say, what about your little sheep? Don't you need to go take care of your sheep? And try to put him in his place. He didn't listen to any of that. He's like, what did I do? He was just focused on, let's take out this giant. And it says he got 5 stones. And there's a lot of stuff about why he got 5 stones. But he picked up 5 stones along the way. A lot of people say it's because Goliath had 4 brothers. And he thought, if I'm going to take out Goliath, then I'm going to go get the other 4 next if they come next, right? So he comes with a rock, a simple little rock, and a slingshot. And even the giant says, who are you to come at me? You coming at me with a slingshot? And David's like, dude, you come with me with everything, but God's going to take you out today. And David slings a stone and it hits the giant in just the perfect spot. What is the chances of that, right? The perfect spot. Giant goes down. David cuts his head off. They win. The Israelis win. And we've been talking about it since it happened in 1 Samuel 22, right? Or is it 16? I think it's 22. Anyway, so we've been talking about it for you. Even the world knows the story of David and Goliath and use that analogy when they're facing something bigger than themselves, right? Again, David took out Goliath. That was the most amazing thing. Now, here's the thing. I heard someone talking this week about this story, and they were saying that scientists had studied it and said it was not possible because the trajectory of the stone had to be at a just specific trajectory to go to the right place in Goliath's head. Plus, he had an armor bearer in front of him. Plus, where was David? How far away from him was David? Plus, all these things that made it impossible. But you know what? God took care of it. He took a rock, a simple little rock that David picked up at a simple little brook on his way to the battle and took out Goliath. See, we can't always explain the things God does. We can't even explain when he gives us peace in the middle of a storm. I can't explain how Jesus stood up and said, peace be still, and the storm just stopped. We can't explain that in the natural. You know what? There's a lot of things in our lives that we can't explain in the natural, and that just gives more credence to the fact or the truth that it was God acting on our behalf. We can trust him to act on our behalf every single day, right? And he uses natural things. We talked about him using a tree to make bitter water sweet, drinkable again, right? But he made oil just flow for the widow. He made a stone go in just the right spot in Goliath's head. We've talked about all these stories this week of how God just used natural things to bring about supernatural outcomes. And that's what we're going to trust him for today. And we can just peace out. He's got us. If we're in a boat in a storm, he's got us. If we're in the den of lions, he's got us. If we're walking in a fiery trial, he's got us. What's it, Isaiah 43, one of our scriptures, going through the flood, he doesn't abandon us. He doesn't go, oh, I don't know how to swim. No, right? If the fire's too hot. Or I don't know what to do with this. No, God has got us no matter what we're facing, no matter what is coming at us today. We can stand and trust God and believe that he's going to give us peace and find that place where we can just say, I trust you, God, no matter what. Peace out, you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you bright and early Monday morning.